Alright, so we're going to say, where's my pen? I just had a pen. Goop. Goop. Don't know, man. So, guys, we're going to see if all of this works. Alright, so Twitch. Trying to do Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live. Alright, let's see if we got a live video on the YouTube. If you're saying what's up in chat of any sort, I haven't seen it yet. I'll let you know when I have chats loaded. Let's see what's up. This is Lucy. Say hi, Lucy. Say hi. Can you look right there? Look at the green light. Do you see a green light? Okay, this is what I suspected could happen. Because I think the broadcast is working, but me checking chat is pretty slow. So yeah, I'm asking my computer to do a lot, but I think it's all working. All right, cool. Yeah, I think it's working. This is sick. All right, so now that's a cool thumbnail on YouTube of me. Yeah, all right. How do I change the YouTube title? We good. It's annoying because to check chat on my end requires way more bandwidth. Like I have to load the videos and like cancel them. Let's see what's up. All right, Twitch, I'm in there, man. I'm in there on Twitch now. Twitch chat, come say what's up. So. Twitch rolling, man. See, I was going to write something down, then I forgot. I was going to write something down, then I forgot. Something that I needed to do. Alright. YouTube, I have not been able to get into the chat yet on my computer. I know, girl. No, girl, say hey. Got on a couple minutes early today because I wanted to go live and then watch it all work. Dang it, there was something I was going to write down a little bit ago. I hate when, like, I lose a pen or something. Y'all know me well enough to know that. If I misplace a pen or something like that, then I'm like done for like 5 minutes. What's up, YouTube? I see Carter. What's up, Carter? I see Josh. What's going on, guys? Cool. Hey, great success. Nice, cool. Yeah, y'all come let me know. Let me know if you have questions. You might not. Feel free to answer my questions I put up there. I'm going to try to organize a live stream on Friday, March 27th to benefit the St. Baldrick's Fund. What do you want to do? Do you want to perform? You want to perform? What you want to do? Are you looking at yourself? Who's that good looking girl? Who is that? I know, your mama's coming to get you in a second. What's up, Jana? Josh, you don't have to answer again. I know Josh's deal. What's up, dude?
Hey,
Lucy. She's flying at the camera right now. Thank you, Jana.
What did Jana,
thank you, Twitch chat.
Dad, what did Jana say to you? She
said Lucy is adorable. Flying, baby. Is that funny?
Yeah.
You guys can say hey.
Hey.
What are y'all doing? Y'all getting ready to go on a walk?
Yeah, we're getting ready to head to Gaga's.
Josh is going to be here on the 27th. Nice. Word, you going to Gaga's house? That's awesome. We're very lucky. My parents live 2 houses down. So we have socially undistanced ourselves within the same bubble, which is cool. Look, check it. I got YouTube chat and Twitch chat at the same time.
Nice. Did you give my dad your books?
And I can do on Facebook Live too.
You should try it on live.
I have tried it, but I don't. No one knows the address or anything.
Why is YouTube like frozen?
Because I paused it so my computer didn't blow up. Hey, let me know, guys, if the video quality is bad for you guys, actually. I think it's pretty okay. But I had to pause the video because of my... Okay. If I paused the video, it would have been like, no bueno. You know what I mean?
She's really cute.
She is really cute. Without question. Oh, yeah, look, it's working on Facebook, too, on my phone. I'm doing Facebook Live. Oh, it's great. Thanks, Josh. That's awesome, dude. I went back and look, it's working on Facebook, yeah. I'm doing Facebook for the St. Baldrick's live stream.
Do you want me to share it?
Not yet. Or, like, now?
To see if people would get on to see how the quality would be with people on it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I can do it there.
Okay. It's a different Hunter Dunlow account. That Hunter Dunlow has no friends except for Hunter Dunlow.
Okay. Are you open to public?
Probably, but you know I'm bad at Facebook. I think I'm open to the public. I will check my settings. There's some life lesson about that, about being your only friend. I am Hunter Dunlow's only friend. Is Hunter Dunlow. So if y'all have turned in essays, I might have them done. See, I had like 15 people turn them in last night, which is awesome. I am an awesome taco dude. Yes. Does that mean I'm an awesome dude, or does that mean I like awesome tacos? Awesome tacos. If y'all tuned in right at the start, I'm currently driving myself crazy because I forgot something and I forgot to write it down. I don't know if anybody ever gets that feeling or if that's a common thing. But like I had something where I was like, ooh, that's an idea. And then the idea is gone. Who can see your future post? Everyone. So I made a Facebook account. I have a really old Facebook account, and it's funny. I'm not one of those adults that's like, I'm hiding my Facebook page. I never use it. I don't even know the address of the Facebook, Josh, and what I'm using it for, basically, is just to live stream the St. Baldrick's event. There's no additional content, but I'm thinking for like parents, like I know like my wife will then share it on like Facebook and stuff like that. So it'll just be another place to share the event on Friday. Yeah, I wasn't even smart enough to like figure this out. Like, yeah. Let me see if I can share this with. I don't know. Part of being smart enough to figure stuff out is just not like quitting when you're trying to figure it out, though. If that makes sense. Yeah, Chris, I'd be happy to do an explanation of the cross out pronoun trick, my man. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones in the playbook, dude. Let's say. It's funny. I can tell you're not in my class because they're all like, "Oh, that's so easy. Why is he asking about that again? We just talked about that in January." Ooh. If anybody wants to pop in and chat and explain the cross out trick, you're welcome to. Let's whose favorite comment is it? Chris, if you just popped in, I'm also on Facebook Live right now. It's just funny. I made a different Facebook account just for this is really weirdly zoomed in. The computer's working hard right now. Because I'm doing that live stream to like the fundraiser live stream. Unfortunately, it's really nice outside, but it's also really loud, so I'm going to have to shut the garage today. Yes, I'm just resizing my screen or whatever. But yeah, Facebook Live, I feel like we'll get a lot of heads tuning in to that. Whose favorite color is red? All right, how do we... there we go. Andy Curtis, you broke your toe, dude. That's terrible. Hopefully it's not like hospital bad. I broke a couple toes one time, and okay, cool. It's not hospital bad. That's cool. Yeah, I broke some toes one time, and it was a wolf. I broke them swimming. I did a flip turn, smacked them against the wall. It's just annoying, dude. It sounds like it hurts like a something or another. I guess it's at least not like mid marching band season or whatever. I imagine that would be awful. Because don't you have to like step in a very precise way and your broken toes and it's just like wolf. Alright, so here's your crash course on pronoun crossout technique. This is probably like my favorite like grammar thing. Alright, people are like, hey man, my brother and me like tacos, period. And then people are like, oh, young man, you should always say the word I. Here's how we know you always say the word I. If you crossed out my brother and, Scoop. You would never ever say, me like tacos. Therefore, you pick the pronoun that would work even if the other thing is crossed out. But the young man, you always say I trick doesn't always work because sometimes it's like this. It's like, can you get some tacos for Billy and I? Like, let's say you want some tacos, but it's your English teacher, so you're trying to be cool and say the word I. But then, when you cross out Billy and, it becomes, can you get some tacos for I? I said faux because the R was gone. Can you get some tacos for I? No. You would say, can you get some tacos for me? So that works every single time. It comes up like in weird situations where if you're like us, nobody talks like this, but us teachers like it when kids ask good questions. And you cross out like teachers, you wouldn't say us like it. But still, like, I feel like this is just a really, the word is like pretentious sentence. We teachers like it. I just don't like it. I don't like the sentence itself there, but that's why it would be we. So yeah, there's your pronoun crossout trick. To be fair, Cookie Monster would say that way. You've broken other toes, Andy? Oh, dude, yeah. I broke like 4 in one swoop. Some of mine are a little crooked still. I don't know. I don't know these are. Oh, cool. So I'm on the Facebook. I just heard myself. Right on. I had a lot of kids turn in work last night. Like, a lot of y'all are still crushing it, which is cool. Oh, I guess I could have done that screen, man. I don't know. Yes, I'll have the essays graded in the next couple days. It's kind of on a weird cycle. I was catching up. I had like 3 out of the 4 classes finished. And then it's definitely a weird cycle because all of y'all's work is due on Friday. And I have to have the stuff for next week posted up by Monday. So I definitely want to make sure I have the stuff for next week posted. But I'm going to read everything within a couple school days. Probably quicker turnaround than I usually do on essays, to be honest with you. You break them one at a time, dude. Like, you got to stop doing that to yourself, Andy. All right, I'm going to close my garage because I got a feeling it's loud out there. It's a nice day there. I'm trying to, at some point, I might set up the green screen behind me, as people do. I don't know. I think there's some charm to the fact that I'm very clearly a person in my garage. How's the quality? Still good? I got 5 people on the YouTube. I don't know how many people are going to check in this live stream, man. I had like 20 kids hang out on the first day of office hours on Twitch. And I guess people are tired of my shenanigans or busy or whatever. I don't know. Would more people watch if I started playing Nintendo? Yeah, everybody drop a like on the stream. It really helps out the channel. I was talking with the kids in school last week. I was like, I'm going to start like a merch store, I think, would be the thing to do. Like, Hey guys, today we're going to fix some run-on sentences. But before that, run on over to MrDunlowShop.com. And we're going to do some test-taking strategies like slash the trash. But before that, why don't you slash that trash in your closet and pick up an all-new wardrobe at MrDunlowShop.com. I forgot the name of the website. This is why we would have notes if we were doing this for real. Hey guys, today we're going to make sure we drop. What's a good thing we could drop? I don't know. This program, Achieve 3000, dings a bell when you get a question right. Hey guys, today we're going to make those correct answers ding on Achieve 3000. But before that, head on over and push the bell icon and make that ding so you can get notifications when all the latest videos drop. It'll start to drop. Hey guys, today we're going to look at where to drop a comma before a conjunction. Before that, make sure you subscribe so that when the latest videos drop, you know what's up. Jano, we could absolutely do a merch store. I feel as though I should not in any way profit off of the fact that I sit on the internet and teach my kids how to do things, but you can give the money to Abby's thing or something. I don't know. Give the money to people that are hurting because of being out of work right now. There's something good we can do. I don't think I'm going to take money from teaching about commas. Save the comma drama for your llama, and it's like a picture of a something. Yeah, raise money for school lunches. Yeah, something like that. Like help people that actually need help. Oh yeah, man. I feel like today might be the day that it's Friday. Today might be the day that, unless anybody has any questions, I sit here and hang out and play Nintendo a little bit. A bell dings when you get a question right on a sheet, but first, hit that notification bell so you know when a new video is out. I love how you have that more correctly punctuated. And I'm not being judgy, but I feel like you have that correctly punctuated better than any person who run the majority of YouTube channel runners would. Like you got your quotation marks right, you got them on the inside. You've got the comma before the conjunction and then a comma after the transition. I feel like you're onto something there, Jana. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna do this. I'm definitely down to answer any questions anybody has. I got a couple really good ones yesterday, but while we're just hanging out, I'm just gonna play Nintendo in the background. I played Mario the other day. Yeah, I might try to reclaim a world record. I don't think I need that stuff on the left. I think what I need is this. Yeah, alright, cool. I'm definitely like learning this as I go, so. See that? Like you wouldn't see people that actually make an income off of Twitch, like just resizing stuff on stream very often, but whatever. I'm gonna have all the stuff for the fundraiser ready to go to make sure I like what it looks like. Alright, that looks pretty good, man. Trying to look for somewhere to put a little. Yesterday we watched basketball. I don't know if that appealed to everyone's interest, but you know, it's for a little variety. You know what? I'm gonna delete. It seemed like everybody was like, yeah, at least shave your head in some capacity. If you do the live stream next Friday, which I'm doing. So, yeah, Jana, that was very nicely done with the comma after the transition word and stuff. That was cool. Here, window capture. We're at what's called live split. It's going to be way, way big right now. It's going to cover me for a second. I'm playing a game called Little League Baseball because what's the world record for this? World record's 38:38. Alright, so I physically have time to get the world record in this today. Will I get the world record? Oh, we don't know that, but it's not a heavily contested game. It's actually less popular than my normal baseball game I play. Yeah, y'all have all answered my survey questions already. Scoop, how's the quality working? Is it holding up all right? Let me know. All right, cool. All right, let's turn the TV on. Let's rock and roll this thing. So I've gone 41 minutes before. The world record's 38. This one you don't actually try to lose the game. Like this one is very. This is a legitimate contest here. Also, let me know how the mix of sound is with like Nintendo audio versus me talking audio, stuff like that. So we gotta go Championship Series, start new series. We want to be in New York. We want to hope we're the home team in the first game. This is ridiculous, guys. There we go. Nice. Nice. Alright, so I don't remember I used to have like the players memorized and stuff, but it doesn't really matter. I think Wilbur is pretty good. As soon as I hit end, I'm trying to. There we go. So what I'm trying to do is just win as quickly as possible. So I'm kind of hoping they hit the ball to me and I get out. There we go. It's a fun little game, I think. It's ridiculous, but. I'm just trying to score one run. That would have been good too. I've seen a lot of really good detailed essays turned in. Our achieve scores have been really good still. Dang. I have no concerns about my students, as you can tell. Is that a dinger? Is that a dinger? Alright, we got this. So now we just got to end the game as quick as possible. There's even cheerleaders in this baseball stadium. Like, what a festive environment. This might be the only Little League World Series we see this year, so. That's what I should do. I should play the old March Madness games. .38:30 is a pretty fast time. I can PB maybe. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous hobby, I guess. Whatever, everybody's got to do something. Oh no, it's a good thing I scored 2 runs. Jeez Louise. That's not what you want to see. It's not what you want to see. Horace Grant. Oh. Got rec specs on. So now we're just trying to get out as quickly as possible. Oh, I didn't get out. I was looking at the windows over there. Goodness. Die for that. I may not break my record here. Or not even my record. I may not break the record. I have that winner's mentality though. I just assumed I was going to break the world record. Yeah, I'm just going to break the record. Just because I want to. Look at this garbage defense. Someone come get the ball and tag me out. Tag me out. Tag me out. Ugh. There we go. There we go. We're getting a groove now. Anything under 9 here, I feel like gives me a shot. I could include this during the St. Baldrick's live stream, but I feel like this game's not really a fan favorite. Could be for the pursuit of the world record. Let me know, like, honestly, like, I'm trying to think of stuff people would want to watch. I think people will watch that one because it's scheduled. It's going to be from noon to midnight. There's a category of Zelda where you have to run a 5K first and then defeat the game. I think I'm going to do that because my wife thinks I'm going to die, like, in Zelda. It sounded really dark at first. So, like, it's called the Breathless Deathless Challenge. So she thinks I'm going to, like, finish this whole 5K, be, like, falling over, and then, like, not win in Zelda and have to either start over or, like, because I'm the kind of person who would start over. I wouldn't, like, quit. I thought I had a force there. I wasn't paying attention. Whew. That was a little league play. Boom. This is not going that great. You don't want too many of those plays where it takes forever to get out. Three more, like, half innings here. So yeah, let me know, like, is that, am I way off base that the idea of watching me, like, run on a treadmill while my wife makes fun of me and we play Rocky music, like, I feel like that's funny. I feel like my dad would laugh at that. Alright, we're crushing now. This is good. Come on, stay fair. That looked foul. Looked like I hit outside the line. You would pay to watch it? That's awesome, Andy, because it's free. You don't even have to pay. Perfect. Okay. I feel like I have pretty good instincts on what people are going to laugh at me for doing, and I think that would be one of them. Okay, cool. Yeah, because honestly, like, the thing is, like, they do these speed running marathons, like the thing we read the article about in class, the game's done quick. But I'm not good enough to sell it to, like, the speed running community as, like, an exhibition of, like, video game skill. You need a pie. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Like a pie in the face type deal is good. This run's dead, maybe. But yeah, I'm not good enough to just play it straight as like a serious exhibition of video game skill the whole time. So like I gotta modify it. Alright, we did win at least. We're too far off the pay. We're 4 minutes off of our record pay. We'll see if we can crush game 2. If not, I'll quit and do something else. Played a really good team game 1. Like if I draw like Italy in the upcoming round, they have no offense. Didn't draw Italy there. Illinois, middle of the road. It's weird. I know a lot about these fictional teams. I got home. That's good. Getting home saves you about 30 seconds. Oh, come on, Conrad. Hit the ball. Hit the ball, Conrad. Poor. Poor. Why did I throw that ball? Yep, we are resetting. Resetting. Do. Yeah, we'll say the splits, whatever. Who cares? How's everybody's like other classes going? Everything cool? Let me know if there's any like teachers that you need me to ask something. Because you know how sometimes there's that deal where like y'all might like have a question, but you don't want to look rude or whatever the way you phrase it. So I can help you. So let me know if y'all need help with something. Not a lot of people have needed help with accessing the stuff from my class. I'm awaiting word on the Achieve 3000 deal as well. Let me see. Let me dip into the Schoology discussion board real quick. See if there's anything new. Nope, nothing new since I put. Yeah, people are out of questions. It seems like, which is a sign that you don't have any questions. Everything's going good. Right on, man. It's been very weird, but it seems like everybody's doing fine. All right, so everything's cool there. Let me check my email. Now, like literally, I had one email from a student, and it was about the concept of dancing to Cuckoo Kangaroo by himself. So I feel like it's a pretty good sign that like everything's fine, like everything's cool. We're all right, man. All right. So, oh, was I set with you level 5 try? All right, I'll do level 5 Triforce. All right, cool. No, actually, I don't want to do that one. So I do this silly thing called the Zelda League. One of the few leagues that's not canceled. It's actually not that silly. I think it's really cool. Yes, I do this thing called the Zelda League, where a bunch of people compete in different ways of playing the game. Like y'all have seen some of the big ones, like the Swordless I've done, and the beating the game with one hand. Like some of the stuff that takes like a long time. We compete in a bunch of like short little ways to play the game. Oh, that's cool, Josh. Yeah. Or wait, Jaina. Sorry, I saw a J before I tabbed the full window. Nah, I know you get it done. I know you've been marinating on it. Like, that's how I do. But yeah, so we compete to race to play the game in a bunch of short little ways. So, like, this category, there's one specific piece of the Triforce I'm trying to get. What's up, Sophie? Let me... Alright, cool. I need to get that guy to drop a bomb anyway, so... Oh, let me grab my Chromebook. Are you logged into your Google Doc? Or is it in a Google Doc, or is the difficulty in your brain? Because if it's brain difficulty, then that sounds like me. Sounds like the story of my life, and I can show you something I was doing yesterday. All that. You did it on paper first? Alright, right on. Well, I'll show you. Let me get this Garbaje out of the way. So basically, and I don't remember what your 3 main points were in your 42 prompt slide. I could look, or if that's not helping you, you could just scrap that. And basically what you're trying to do, right, is the step 1 is going to be like there are many benefits to having a positive attitude during a difficult time. And so then you need to think of like 3 categories or 3 instances where it would be beneficial to have a positive attitude. So the example I wrote yesterday was this. It came up and, look how slow that is. Oh. This is why during the St. Baldrick's I'm not going to have chat coming from this computer. I've got these chats loaded up, and it's amazing how hard that's making my computer work. All right, I think y'all can see it now, there. All right, so basically, right, if I did this, I would say something like, there are many benefits to maintaining a positive attitude. And then my 3 paragraphs, I would do like work, school, and home would be an example of how I do it. Another example would be like past, present, and future, or something like that. Just cut me off if you were here when I read this yesterday and this is not helping you and you need me to explain it a different way. But if this is helping you, or if you haven't seen this, I'm just going to keep talking. But just cut me off if you already heard this. So basically, my first paragraph could be, a positive attitude can be beneficial for someone who's having a difficult time at work. And then the O would be the reason why it'd be difficult. This mindset allows for the person facing a challenge to be able to persevere through their conflict and become more skilled. For example, when I was a lifeguard, I once had to manage the staff of a large aquatic facility. In addition to keeping patrons safe, I had to manage the other employees. This presented challenges such as creating a schedule based upon the availability of 12 lifeguards. However, I learned the value of communicating with others and actually listening to them. I need to add some in there. However, because I approach this challenge with a positive mindset, I learned the value of communicating with others and actually listening to them. Therefore, I was able to solve the puzzle of scheduling and always having a safe, fully staffed pool. And then the E and the R just tied together with the this proves, like we always do. This proves that a positive outlook is beneficial for an employee because it allows the person to solve problems in the workplace. Therefore, regardless of someone's occupation, success in the workplace is one of the key benefits of having a positive attitude. So I think that could be one way to do it, would be like 3 locations and make those your body paragraphs. Or you could do it like 3, like, I don't know what the word is, but I was thinking like past, present, and future could be the 3 paragraphs. Like, a positive attitude has benefited me in the past in my life. For example, I dealt with something, did something, blah, blah, blah. Next paragraph, a positive attitude is benefiting me right now. I think that works pretty well because, like, you're stuck in your house all day and instead of complaining about it or whatever, you could just, like, have a good attitude and roll with it. Or, third paragraph could be about the future. So in the future, when I face difficulties, whatever your future is, raising a family, going to college, high school, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That would be a cool way to do it. Another thing to do in general is think of like your W's, because the W is going to be the meat and potato. So think of the W and work backwards, and then what could you call that in the P? Might be one way to look at it. Like, so if your W is going to be, I don't know, you do something sports related, make that your W. You can do sports, school, and family, something like that, you know. I don't know, let me know if that helps. But that, to me, like, it's similar conceptually to how I tell y'all the reason why we write the middle paragraphs first is so we don't get stuck without ideas. Sometimes, like, the more specific you start with what your idea is going to be, the more you know what the rest of it's going to look like, if that makes sense. So if you think of a paragraph and you're like, I have a really good W, then you can like almost mold a paragraph to fit. You know, like, for example, when I started playing for this team, you know, the coach wanted me to play this position. I didn't know what position you play. Coach wanted me to play this position, and so I had always like real things I had when I coached. Like, I had a girl have to learn how to play like first one year. She had a great attitude about it and was just like, all right, cool, yeah, it's first base, I can play there. Duh. There's more to it than the old just stand there and catch the ball, but the reliability is important, you know. So she had a really good attitude. She was an 8th grader returning, and we had she played a couple other positions, and we had other people also playing those positions. So she was like, "Oh, cool, you need a first baseman. If I guarantee I can be reliable at first base, then I'll be a starter." And she hit the crap out of the ball and all that stuff too, obviously. But you know, that would just be an example of having a positive mindset. That was an alarm from the school day Friday. All right, so hopefully that helped. Just let me know. You chose things already. Yeah, it's weird. Like Sophie, that brings up a complicated thing. It's like, at what point is overthinking? Because you want to have complicated, higher level thoughts, but you need to be able to like get them out too. Yeah, and sometimes for something like this too, it's like a good combo of like real world and like your world, if that makes sense. Not that we're not real, but like I'm just one person. So sometimes it's easier to write about me from the first person point of view than like super worldly events, or maybe one paragraph about each, something like that. Like a good one, somebody turned in like one of his. All right, see you, Andy. Thanks for hanging out, man. I'll be back doing this Monday through Friday next week at 10. Friday, I think I'm kicking off the Baldric's live stream at noon, so I might just do text-based office hours prior to that, like everybody else is doing. But yeah, it's good talking to you, man. Take care. Put some ice on your toe. It stinks. I've done that 4 times. I know what's up. It's terrible. But yeah, a good example I saw is a dude had one paragraph about like the coronavirus, and then another one of his W's was about if a girl kind of likes you and another dude, but one dude is negative all the time, she's going to like you more if you have a positive mindset. And I thought that was just a phenomenal combination of real world on the big picture and real world on the right now lower level picture. Because the lower level is important too. Taco Bell's had positive mindset. They've decided to. Taco Bell actually responded maturely and professionally to this whole crisis quicker than a lot of other places I saw. It's funny. About caring about the customer's safety and all that. I feel cared for as a fan of the Taco Bell. Check the Schoology message boards. Yeah, today I'm going to be hanging out till 11, and then... What? You're not insane? That's phenomenal, Sophie. That is phenomenal. That's good for people. What's up, Scarlett? You could say therefore for the E. The thing, so like there's 2 things. Number one, the letter, excuse me, the letters don't really matter for when you're writing a good final draft. And so it's a really, I know I've rambled at some point in some class, and I don't know which class it was, and I don't know who was just nodding politely or whatever, but there's actually I know you guys, y'all's a little back corner, y'all always listen every kid I have this year actually listens to me. It's like a phenomenal school year. Anyway, Scarlett, so like there's this kung fu movie called The Last Dragon, where they reach a point in the movie where the master has taught the kung fu dude everything he needs to know. And so the highest level of consciousness is this thing called the glow, where they say you know without knowing. And so like at this point, I feel like you sort of have the glow. Like you know without knowing if it sounds right. And if you are sitting there and you're not even in high school yet and you're like purposefully choosing where to put your cause and effect transitions in the essay, and you think it sounds better to say therefore in one particular sentence rather than another, and it's actually like a conclusive cause and effect, and you have your comma after your therefore and the stuff, then like you know without knowing that you're right already. So like without even popping into your document or whatever, I'm just gonna say do whatever you want. Like honestly, like you know what's up. Like I'll click and see. I don't even know if you're in your final draft document yet. I'll click in there and nod politely and tell you how good it is. But and what happens too is like, and you kind of see how long this one has become for me here. Once you really know without knowing, you can almost do an as a long thing. You could say, therefore, comma, a positive outlook is beneficial for an employee regardless of their occupation, semicolon. Success in the workplace is defined by a person's ability to solve problems, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of just winging that. I don't know if that made sense. But you can almost do a thing where you, like, combine the letters. Like, I had a kid pop in yesterday that I used to teach, and when he was seeing me do, like, the transitions, he was like, oh, yeah, for example, blah, 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 all that. And I've had kids tell me, they're like, oh, I remember to say for example when I do an example. And they don't remember the letters. But when you are like at First Colonial, wherever you end up, writing and presenting evidence and whatnot, then those transitions and all that are going to help you. Hey, Scarlett, that was a really long way for me to say yes, by the way, as the answer to your question. Hope you're doing well. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. That's the song. I'm looking at your essay right now, Scarlett. Yeah, I think it's cool the way you're doing it with the therefore and the E. That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's cool the way you're doing it in the E works for me. Now I will say, if you look at your it looks like you're logged into your document right now. I just highlighted something in green that's my favorite ending of one of your body paragraphs. And the reason why I personally jive with that one the best is because it still has a transition after the sentence with the therefore. And you might want to dip out of saying therefore every single body paragraph, and you might want to use some different cause and effect ones, which if you look at your transition types chart, that's one of the weirdest ones for types of transitions in terms of knowledge base. Like thus is a good one for cause and effect, or like as a result, comma. I'm responding to an email about the March Madness. Recess Spirit Day. Yeah, that Spirit Day, that's going to be funny. So Recess Day, I'll probably just wear what I've been wearing every other day besides it. My wife told me to wear my nice shirt today. Like, literally, by the way. Today I'm not wearing shoes. Every other day I've worn sneakers. I guess I just wear like sneakers and a headband or something. I'm not sure. Now Friday's gonna be nuts for the live stream because I'm gonna have parts of it. I'm gonna run a 5K. Let me know if that sounds hilarious because that's the first time I've committed and said I am going to do that. But I got some positive feedback earlier. I'm gonna run a 5K, so I'll be dressed athletically then. I'm gonna do some other ridiculous things. All right, so Scarlett, part of the reason why like for me personally, I like doing therefore at the end, or I like doing the this proves thing, is because that's one of my I'm not talking clearly right now. I just had a brain thing. I like doing the disproves thing because therefore is one of my favorite last sentence transitions. You could say like therefore, come up under that. You could say thus is a good one as a cause and effect. So basically it comes down to the transition types, right? And so like your way actually if you can pull off doing the therefore in the fourth sentence, and this is going a little like deep in the woods into transitions, but I like that. Transitions are one of my favorite things to talk about. What I have done is I actually haven't used a transition in the E. And you have. So your transition game on the rubric is like one ahead of mine right now if you say therefore. So let's change it to this. Let's say therefore. So let me get rid of therefore up here. Do this. So right here, if I say therefore, a positive outlook is beneficial for an employee because it allows the person to solve problems in the workplace, then I would have to say something like, I've already used a cause and effect in the E. So now I'm like, the R is not really a cause and effect anymore. So I could say thus. That's all right. I hate the way that word looks, but it's okay. I could say hence. That sounds like a 9,000-year-old British person coming back from like the Elizabethan era, and I know my timeline's all off there. Now you could say finally. But finally, it's weird because it's not final because the essay is not over. So do you see I'm giving you like a lot of bad answers? Because if you say in conclusion, it's not over. The whole essay is not over. So what do we do there? We could say something like, as a result, but we've already used a result transition up here. This proves, if we do this proves, then I could say as a result right here. Or I could say therefore. Or I could say thus. And then the other ones, I could say this demonstrates instead of this proves. This demonstrates the positive outlook, blah, blah, blah. So I could say, due to this, I like due to this. That's kind of hangs out there pronoun-wise. I could say, you could say something like, because of these factors. I know once upon a time, someone told you not to start a sentence with because, but see how I put a comma after my introductory clause? Now you could say like in summary, regardless of someone that you can say in summary, that's fine. You could say, I'm done with this paragraph now. So, right now. You could actually say so, but it sounds weaker than you want it to. Workplace. But then if you do it like this, right? Therefore, a positive individual. So like here, it just felt like however turned out to work. Like when you're writing it. So honestly, the point where you are now, if you ditch the letters and just write it and it flows naturally, it's going to be fine. And this actually sounds fine without a transition. Regardless of... And I actually am... And this is the difference between revising and editing. Sophie, I saw your question. I'll get to it in a second. How, like, editing is getting it right. Oh, yeah, Scarlett, that's a good one. Specifically is good. So, like, editing is getting it right. A lot of people use those words like they're synonyms. They're not really. Editing is fixing. Revising is changing with a goal to improve. But revising is usually, like, debatable in a lot of cases. So, therefore, a positive outlook is beneficial for an employee because it allows a person to solve problems in the workplace. Period. Success in the workplace is one of the key benefits of having a positive attitude, regardless of success in a career, something like that. See how I'm kind of just like, I'm doing like 3 or 4 things. Number 1, I'm trusting my gut. Does it sound right? Number 2, I'm making sure the grammar is still on point. Number 3, I'm making sure I don't say the same words over and over again. And number 4, I'm making sure I don't repeat the same ideas conceptually. So like Scarlett, that now worked without a transition. I trust your judgment. Honestly, it's a play around with it thing. And when you look at it, when you turn the whole thing, I'll tell you what I think. Sophie, here's the 3 I like. I like, for example, I like, for instance, and I like specifically. One that I like less is somebody says to give an example. I've seen that. Like, that's cool. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I don't want to be a hater on that, but just to me, that sounds way more like talky than specifically. Sounds like, what up, I'm writing a formal academic essay, even though I can't spell specifically. That helped? Alright, cool. Yeah, it's more just like of like, and that's why I like literally just doing this, just sitting here writing paragraphs, just playing around, rearranging. It's like solving a puzzle. Yeah, and that's okay, Seth. If you're like repeating yourself as you're learning the structure, it's almost like it's very sportsy in the way I systematically approach teaching you guys how to do this, where at first I want you to know where the transition goes. So I'm not like, hey, that's why we didn't do the transitions chart until what, like January. I'm not like, hey, when you get to W, you could put one of the following transitions here. I kind of just make you a robot at first, where I'm like, W, for example, W, for example, W, for example, W, for example. And then now you've written it enough times that you're like, all right, what can I do instead of for example? And that's where, and the computer I'm broadcasting with, all the VB School stuff is loading really, really slow because it's my home computer. Or I would pull up that transitions chart and show you. But you can look in Schoology if you want to look back at the transitions chart. But the big 3 for me are, for example, for instance, and specifically, tend to just like kind of, you know, like work for me. And then for the first paragraph ones, I like first, I like next, and I like finally. And I saw some of your people, some of y'all had picked up on that. But yeah, if y'all have any other questions, let me know. I'm going to hang out just a couple more minutes, make sure everybody's cool. This was a good session. Thank you guys for popping in and asking good questions. That was cool. I feel as though this has been worth my time because every day I've been able to help somebody. I've been able to do some fun stuff, and everything's been cool, man. So, like, y'all are really making some people that I have heard from, not people from our school, but just people. Many of you are really making some people look wrong that I've heard on the internet and stuff. Because they're like, well, why are kids even going to do it if it's graded? I'm like, I don't know, man, because they want to, like, learn stuff. Because they're trying to go to, like, Kellum, Motion Lakes, Lansdowne, wherever next year. Legal study, where's that? First Colonials base. They're trying to be, like, ready. Because they know they're not going to fail because of the virus. So they're trying to, like, learn stuff and improve and trying to crush it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, literally, I've heard from so many people via text because I'm not going anywhere. So, like, reading stuff on the internet. It's not like they're personally writing me a letter. Dear Mr. Dunlap, comma, your students aren't doing anything. It's just like I'm seeing this stuff. Why are kids even going to do stuff if it's not great? I don't know, because they're cool. Like, well, yeah, hey, Sophie, there we go. Your mom's a teacher, so if you didn't do it, there'd be some issues. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a part of it, right? Is like, for many of you, your obligation was to yourself and your parents anyway, not to, like, your grades. So even though you're not getting a grade, like, the grade may have been the measure before for a lot of people's parents of defining, like, hey, if your grades are terrible, you're not going to have a whatever. That's kind of that's kind of what you do as a parent. If you don't do X, you don't get Y. Or if you don't do X, you get Z. You know. So now your rewards probably aren't things like, I don't know, Busch Gardens trips and shopping trips or whatever, but, like, your rewards are, like, doing fun stuff. Your coach doesn't think where you get benched if school ain't going good. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Because honestly, like, I had a coach I used to have to, like, show my report card to. Because if you're an athlete, like, what's the point? Just a whole big feeling. I played a sport every season of my life, all the way through, like, college graduation. And then coached the sport almost every season until, like, 2 years ago. What's the point? If your grades are terrible, even people who, like, go to the NBA when they're 19 have to pass classes long enough to, like, do okay in school. And some of them do very well. They're smart people who's really good at basketball. But that's like 0.001% of the population. But for everybody else, sports are just a thing you do while you're doing school. Yeah, Scarlett, there you go. Why not do my work? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's cool, man. Like, I don't know. I think it allows us to feel somewhat normal. Like, I'm about to log off and see what my kids are doing and hang out and stuff. But it was cool to chat about transition words for 20 minutes because, I don't know, that's what I do. That's my gig. So, it's cool stuff. But, yeah, I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to let y'all know what's up with the St. Baldrick's event soon. I'm going to have the info typed up about that. It's Friday. I think I'm going to run it from noon to midnight and have it just be a... Is it ridiculous if I call it a Dunlothon? Let me see. How does it look? Because it's just me, pretty much. Jewel might shave his beard and send me a video of it. How's that look? Dunlothon. I'm going to call it a Dunlothon, like a marathon. Oh, yeah. Because I don't want to call it the St. Baldrick's Bash, because the St. Baldrick's Bash might still really happen. Shana, we like Dunlothon? Like, for real? I think it's going to be a Dunlothon. Yeah, there's gonna be some haters that don't get it, but that's how everything is. It's really good. All right, cool. The people that get it will get it. As like JoJo said, you can't let the haters get their way. It's funny. Okay, cool. I thought it was funny. Like, I thought it was funny. I'm glad to hear it was funny. All right, cool. And it's just literally like me and my family in my garage. I don't even know if like anybody outside of them. I mean, I haven't been around anybody. So, but I might have some people Skype in or like send me videos or stuff. So yeah, download-a-thon ideas. All right, so it's gonna be on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. I'm gonna shave my head. I don't know if I'm gonna do mohawk or just like a no guard cut. I don't think I can like bick it. I don't think I can go Perry bald on stream because I don't think I have that kind of razor. But I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be cool. And we're hopefully gonna still do the St. Baldrick's event when we get back. I've been in communication with Mr. Jewell. He's the one who started floating the idea of the week-long Spirit Week. Or I don't know who started it. There was like a 5-teacher email thing with like Jewell, Thompson, Walden, Miss Fritz, I think. Warnock was on there. So Jewell is definitely, I think, going to shave his beard still. And I think he might do a thing where he posts it for the kids, but then sends me a video and I run it during the live stream. I'm going to take donations via the St. Baldrick's site. So events are going to be, I'm going to do the 5K. I'm going to run a 5K. Were y'all here when I was talking about that? I have a treadmill behind me. There's a category of the Legend of Zelda game called the Deathless Breathless Challenge, where what you do, you try to get breathless, like out of breath, and then you try to beat the game deathless, like without dying. And so my wife was making fun of me. She thinks I'm going to run a 5K, which is going to be hilarious. Like, I'm going to be struggling. I'm going to drag a camera there behind me at that treadmill. It's going to be hilarious. And then, like, end up, like, dying in level 2 or something and having to start over. I'm going to definitely shave my head. Jewell will shave his beard. I'm going to play Mario with Mrs. Dunlow, like after the kids go to sleep. That's what we'll do at like that 9 o'clock hour. We're going to play the Turtle Boys with the Dunlow Boys. We're going to play Ninja Turtles. And then I might try to pursue a feat never done before. I might try to beat Legend of Zelda with no sword and with one hand and just say what's up. Should I rap at all? Like, or should Cuckoo Kangaroo show up? I need to like contact them. Maybe a Cuckoo Kangaroo dance along. This is a point where the people that don't know us are going to be like, what are these people doing? But I don't really care. I might do a freestyle rap where just in the chat, I'll just freestyle about whatever. I was going to call it a $5 freestyle and ask for like donations, but now like I'm like, yeah, it's just like I just don't want to feel like I'm really, really hitting people up for money too bad. Because a lot of people are out of work and stuff. So I'll play Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I'll do a bald guy versus bald bull once I'm bald. I think teaching English is like just I'll do a grammar slam. I'll do a 5-minute English lesson at some point, just to remind people I have a day job. Y'all are gonna hear from me though. Dr. Brown's gonna send out a school-wide email. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, hey, if you talk to anybody, let them know. I'm going to be here doing this every day next week from 10 to 11 a.m. And today I even went a little overtime. I hope everybody has a good day. I will be reading your essays in the next couple days. I thought I was done with B1 and A1, and then a bunch more came in, so that's good stuff. And then by Monday morning, I'll have your assignment for next week posted. Hey, do y'all want to do something? Do you want to write a story before you go? Do you want to write a story instead of an essay next time? or like options or something. I'm thinking about doing like poetry story / essay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll ditch the essay this time. I thought it was a good a feat never done low before. Oh, that's funny, Jana. I just saw that. A feat never done low. Gosh, y'all are funny. Done low before. You want to do poetry next week? Okay. All right. I might do it like option then. Or something. I'll do like. Okay. Let me write this at the top. Next week equals story / I have a cool thing too. My wife, she's homeschooling my kids. She's a teacher anyway, but she's like homeschooling my kids, and they did a cool like go outside and write activity yesterday. Theirs was they walked around the block and looked for things that started with letters and just wrote the word. But I was like, there's something there, like an activity of like you're stuck at home, so look outside and write about it. I don't know. There's something there that can be done at like a more detailed, like middle schooly, high school level. So I'm wrapping my brain around it. But all right, cool. Well, I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you next week. Send me an email if you have any questions. I'll get back to you within a day at the absolute most.